What is up, YouTube? Today we are going to be going over all the changes that happened for the November 11th patch, and spoiler alert, there are actually more changes than what we were initially promised, which is kind of crazy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look. Remember to like and subscribe, and also use code MAMBO for 10% off your gamer subs. Let's go through each one of them really quickly. So first things first, team trials. Very cool feature. Right now you can team race. Let's say I pick this jobber team over here, and then what I can do is I can click next race, right? And what I can do is I can click quick mode on, right? Make sure you do this first, right, before you click see results, otherwise it will cancel you. You cannot like look or you can't click this during the sequence. But once you do this, click it, boom, and you just skip, boom, all 5 races done. So for the longest time I haven't been using my RP just because like I don't like clicking through so many things. Now like I'm gonna be using my RP all the time because it's just really easy. So yeah, very great feature. Can hit race again if you wanted to for the other RP. It's just really fast. Now besides that, you also have really cool quality of life on the daily races. Click multi-race on, and you can choose an UMA, and you can choose how many tickets you want to use for this daily race. And so I'm going to use all 6. Boom. And what happens? There you go. All the results right there. So quick, so fast, so beautiful. I love it. Besides that, we have exhibition. So there have been like a lot of cool quality of life adjustments for the room matches. For one, you can have your team of runners. You can change this. You can have multiple slots, right? So let's say I was opening like a lobby, right, to test my Umas. You can actually have a team prepared, and then when you join in, just throw your team in, right? Which is really cool. Yeah, it's just really nice to be able to like formulate your team and be able to drop them in matches very quick, very easy. You can host, you can join. When you join, let's just join this random race, right? I could use my registered runners, load the list, easy, right? This is not going to work out that well because that's not what they're meant for. But if you click these Umas, you can actually save them as practice partners. So this Ogre Cap is like, wow, 14k Ogre Cap has some pretty good skills. Let's save this as a practice partner. Okay. And what does that do? Okay, well, I can back out of this room, right? And then when I go to like this practice mode, I can create my own rooms from Umas that include the ones that I saved, from my club members, from my friends who I'm following, right? By the way, I'm trying to keep my voice down if you didn't notice, so sorry, my voice is a little different. But yeah, like I can see all the Umas that I have. I can remove them. I can keep up to 50. You could search for them. This does take a little bit of a while to load, so you know, just give it a little bit of time. But there you go. And when I select the track, right, let's say I'm just not gonna mess with it too much, but you could choose a field size, choose the conditions as always, right? Let's do that. What I can do is I can actually save a list of my racers with my practice partners. Boom, that's my 9. Go ahead and do the race, right? This makes testing things so much easier, practicing so much easier. You can do it all on your own time. You borrow your friends, you find someone online, you find me, right? Save my Umas as your practice partner and just, you know, run the matches, right? Super cool. Yeah, I mean, this is just an insane level of quality of life, accessibility for just the average player in just this practice mode. Just allow people to really understand and learn the game. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it from the race screen. Scout screen, there's not really too much to talk about. It is nice that it does show you how many tickets you have being held. So I have 4 of the card tickets, and I have 10 of the character tickets. We still can't do a 10 pull with tickets, unfortunately, but yeah, I mean, you get to see how many tickets you have. Pretty nice, pretty easy. What we have over here, what's kind of cool is that they just added this out of nowhere, and that's this button over here, raise hint level. So if you take a look at raise hint level, you'll notice that, you know, what Umas have is they have innate skills and potential skills, and they don't actually give you hints for these skills. They just allow you to learn them, right? Which is a big difference, right? You don't get discounts, and you don't get additional discounts. You're just allowed to learn them. Well, now that is no longer the case. You are able to pick your favorite Umas, do hint level, choose a hint that they know, right? You have to learn it first from potential levels, let's say. And then you can use hint books as well as the dream glitters to increase the starting hint level. You can initially discount your most favorite skills. And that's all going to be done with the hint books, which have yet to be implemented. They're not right now in the shop, but Cygames has confirmed via this update announcement that we will get these hint books, I guess, only become available starting 10 p.m. November 11th UTC, right? So we will be getting these hint books, and you're going to be able to level your Uma's hints. This is huge. This is crazy because now, like, Mayo no Top Gun, right, can get hints for no stopping me, nimble navigator. That's like really good. Initially, I was gonna say like, oh, Mayo no Top Gun, not that great because no stopping me. Anyone can get no stopping me now with Unity Cup. Well, now Mayo no Top Gun can discount her no stopping me, which is really, really nice. So yeah, there's just a lot of great change. That's an insane change, gameplay change that really just changes the meta, changes a lot of like which Umas are much more easier to play in certain CMs and whatnot. So anyway, not too much else to say about that or this screen really, but what we do have is amazing quality of life from the veteran Umamusume screen. We have the list of veteran Umamusume, and this is sick. This is what I've been waiting for so long, right? What it is the favorite icon selection, okay? The favorite icon selection. This is really nice to be able to sort out your parents, be able to sort out your runners, right? And just really organize your veteran Umamusume list to whatever you want. This is like the dirt shoe, right? Mile, medium, long, dirt. This is sprint. Sorry, I'm silly. Friend, I guess maybe your friend support. Whatever you decide to kind of assign for these stickers, whatever meaning, can be done completely up to you. And you can also write a memo. If this sticker system wasn't enough, you can also write a memo. Hi YouTube, right? That is really cool to be able to reorganize your entire veteran Uma list. Make sure you get your parents all in one sticker, right? Maybe your frontrunner parents, right? Maybe your like skill spark parents, maybe your stat your stat spark parents. A lot of cool stuff. You can batch favorite, so you could choose this, right? And start like setting them for that one. Maybe I want to set like my sprinter ones, right? You can do a batch. It's so nice. Transfer as a batch too, if you wanted to. Sorting systems, so many things. We could sort by favorite icons like the carrots and change the icons, obviously the rice. We could try and only have the memos, right? We are able to as well filter a lot more easier. I believe the sparks are now like, let's say 3-star only. I don't have any. Okay, what about power? This one has power sparks, right? And I could view the sparks like this, right? She has power 3. And I could also include sparks from Origin Legacies. So what does that mean? It means that this Wit 2 Maru, well, she has a parent power 3 spark. So that allows me to filter and find Umas who have power 3 from their parents, which is super nice and very cool that you can kind of toggle this on or off, right? So you have that level of control over your filtering. Besides that, right, there's just so much. Look at all these options. You could filter for your stickers, filter for the memos, right? You could filter for unique sparks and the unique levels, right? Which is really cool. And as well, like the aptitude sparks, again, including sparks from Origin Legacies, really, really nice. Besides that, right, let's take a look. Uncapping. Uncapping right now, you are able to uncap not just with copies of support cards, but with rainbow uncapped crystals. I believe we're going to get one rainbow uncapped crystal, and the upcoming events should give you rainbow uncapped crystal shards, okay? I believe 20 shards is able to redeem one crystal. You could get these crystals and you can get these shards, not the shards, but the crystals, from the new option in the shop, which is this crystal shard exchange shop. Unfortunately, there is no item there yet, but it is, again, confirmed via here that we are going to be getting these uncapped crystal shards shortly, or rather the option to get the crystals, but we need to get the shards somehow, right? So crystal shard exchange, these are going to populate later, right? As far as the shop, nothing else really changed. You don't really have anything different, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, so nothing about this really changed, but the hint books should appear here. They should appear here. So, besides that, right? So, as far as like advice, if you're looking, just for a little quick segue, if you're looking at advice for your rainbow uncapped crystal, I think everyone's gonna get one, right? And everyone's gonna get an SSR ticket. Like if you check your special missions, right? Half anniversary part 3, everyone's gonna get an SSR voucher half anniversary ticket. Basically, you can use this ticket to redeem a copy of Kita-san Black. If you want my advice, quick and easy, is if you have like a low limit break Kita-san Black, save until the Kita-san Black banner, do a bunch of rolls for it, see what you get, save the ticket for that time, save the crystal for that time, and decide how you're going to do that later, right? Okay, now, besides that, you're able to change your outfits here, and essentially view your Umas, right, with different outfits. You could rotate them, full screen them, very cool. You cannot flip them, so you can't try that. Don't. It's not gonna work. View your photo album over here. Profile trainer card. This is something you can also do. You could share your profile trainer card with social media. So I can edit my card. I can either have my trainee or I can showcase a support card, whatever. It gives the info, and we also have the ability to have the back with your Star Umamusume sparks. So very cool. If you click not save over here, but save to device, it'll open your browser or your your file explorer, and you choose where to save it. You can share it on social media, etc., etc. It's very cool, right? The club. Not too much to talk about what the club is, except you can now share a practice partner with your club. So I can say, yo, everyone, you can try and beat my Haru Urara in Hanshin Juvenile Phillies. I made her for that stage. Here, go and practice her, right? I could take this Taiki shuttle, sign her up, and save her as a practice partner for my private practice lobbies. That's exactly what that is, okay? Besides that, I think that's about it for the club. Now, we're gonna get into the really cool changes, okay? So, first is going to be the spark selection screen, or the filters here. There's not too many filters here, but there are filters here. So what you can do is, instead of doing sort by sparks, right, which usually you do in order to view the sparks, what you can do now is sort by anything. Let's say I want to sort by affinity bonus. I want to see like which of my Umas will provide the most affinity through for my trainee. And as you know, this is sorted because affinity is like a number, right? This symbol doesn't really tell you much, but it does sort like this is the most compatible Uma to your trainee. Then it's this one, then it's that one, then it's this one, etc., etc. Now what you can do is you can sort by affinity and click view sparks. And now you can see the sparks, but it's still retaining your sorting of affinity, right? You could have just the memos, view the sparks. This button is very quick and easy to, you know, toggle on and off. You can see your sparks, which is really, really cool. Besides that, right, you could still do the same thing over here, right? Who's the highest affinity for my son Suzuka? View the sparks, really cool. You can also filter, same thing as the trainees. You can include sparks from origin legacies. Previously, you were not able to. Like, if I wanted to get like a medium 3, right? It would only show medium 3 off this Uma. But now I can, again, click include sparks from origin legacies, and now I can see the Umas who have as their parents someone with medium 3, right? So very, very useful for trying to get certain track affinities for your Umas to fix their affinities. Very, very, very useful for that, right? Besides that, not too much else to say there. So what we're gonna do is hop into a career and show you what else is new, because there's even more things, right? So I'm gonna just hop into this one. Now you no longer have to memorize anything. You no longer have to look up Game Torah for anything, right? Or at least not for the events. What Umamusume, what Cygames have implemented here, you can finally look at the effects of your training in game. Okay, White Temptation. And there it is. There it is. This is a training event. It automatically showed me the effects of my choices, right? You can turn this setting off, by the way, over here. Always display choice effects. You can turn it off if you want to. But in Steam, it's very nice and convenient. It'll always pop up on the right-hand side of your screen. You can click this on mobile. It's on mobile too, right? And you'll be shown everything, all the choices. Top one, 10 energy, 5 skill points. Bottom one, 30 energy, 10 skill points. Or possibly you get this one, right? Well, it's not perfect. You don't see percentage of like how often you get branch 1 versus branch 2. We know from experience that it is like, I think a 70-30. So we're gonna go with branch 2 all the time, or the second choice. And there you go. There you go, right? No longer are you gonna have to like dual wield or like swap screens to check the effects of an event. Now you just know everything as you're playing the game. That's the best, like the most beautiful change for any player. It's a huge, huge W. We're about to hit the junior make debut, okay? And what you want to do before loading the junior make debut is hit the options, right? And go to the bottom and click high quality 3D race visuals. It's not going to be a huge change, but it is really cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and hit the race. And once we do, we can go ahead and watch it. And what you should see are the fans are way more detailed. Look at how they're moving a lot more. They're a lot more individualized. You can see, if you look very closely, the turf, the grass, actually, right, pop out instead of being very flat. Their feet are being covered by the grass, right? Not only that, the rail seems to have a little more detail. You have shadows, and the shadows of the Umas. Look at the Umas as they are kicking dirt up as they're running. It's great. And yes, we do have new mechanics. Spot struggle is happening. That's going to be, you know, a big stamina drain, but gives a speed boost for people, front runners specifically, sorry, that are fighting for position in the early race. Let's go ahead and zoom. You can take a photo, right, of your Uma. You could hide the UI. You could put like a bunch of different filters, and you can save up to 120 of your photos and view them later in the photo album. Very, very cool. All right. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep going. Right. We're gonna keep going here. And also Suzuka's unique skill is updated. This is like a last spurt velocity skill, but in this patch, it's so much better. It's a mid-race velocity skill if she's in first place. Now we're on the, you know, the last corners over here. The lead is immense. It's crazy. All right. Boom. You can get your little photo finish too. The last big change that I wanted to go over for career mode is the agenda. This is really cool because what you can do now is you can get a preview of all the races for each part of the month. And for Suzuka, let's say, oh, I want to schedule Hanshin Juvenile Phillies. Done. Cancel, right? I'm sorry. No, you have to click save. There. Done. Oh, I want to do Hopeful Stakes too, right? Or, oh, I want to do after the Yayoi show, which is her goal. I want to do the Satsuki show. I want to do the Triple Crown, right? Let's do the Triple Crown. Let's schedule the Tokyo Yushun. And then later on, we can schedule the Kika show as well, which I believe is actually over here in late October. Save schedule. And you can see now the Triple Crown is scheduled over here. Very cool, right? And now what I can do also is I can click my agendas and I could save this list. I could save this list, right? I could call it Triple Crown or I don't know, G1 Hunter, right? I don't know, right? Early G1s, and then I could always load this list. Right? This is super, super cool to give you a broad overview of your agenda, your career coming up, your goals that are coming up. Helps you out so much. It shows you where you are right now and how many turns left until your scheduled races. Going to be very, very helpful. Very useful. Last thing I want to cover are a few minor things. Now in the archive, right? This is the archive screen. There's now conversation gallery, and talking to your Umas basically in your home menu will allow you to collect these conversations, these slice of life conversations, and now you can replay them over here, which is really cool. And it will also count towards your archive level. So whenever you go home, you know, you see a speech bubble, make sure you're clicking it, and that way you're earning that new conversation. And yeah, you see that it's new, Biwa, boom, there you go, right? The other thing I want to mention is that friend slots, now you have a little more friend slots. I was capped out at 55. Now I got 5 more, so you should have like a 5 more extra free friend slots, which is always very nice. Also though, just want to make sure you guys keep in mind that all these changes that I just went through is from this new update announcement. These changes that, you know, are set over here. I might have missed something, like outfit changes can now be applied to all Umamusume in bulk in the concert theaters, right? I might have missed a couple things, but most of it I have covered here. But keep in mind that also these are like additional changes. We also got all these changes too, okay? There is a few bugs. I think Rare Miko is not that great right now. I think her 5th conversation is bugged. I think Smart Falcon, even though they promised to change Smart Falcon. Let me see over here. Yeah, this Smart Falcon support card event, I'm pretty sure they promised to, or rather, this should have been the change that gave it groundwork from the first chain event. It's not really implemented, so there are a couple bugs here and there, but for the most part, everything seems to be working. We do have the new mechanics. We have spot struggle. We have the dueling that's dependent on Guts. Guts has a little more of a role now, right? Summer resting in summer cures bad conditions. A lot of nerfs to bad conditions, which is amazing, super good. Just keep in mind that all these changes that I talked about in a previous video are all also in effect, or at least they're trying to put them in effect. Some of them are a little missing, but yeah. And so this is a trial run for the upcoming Virgo Cup, and what I have here is RBX. This is like, what, maybe 30 minutes or so since the patch dropped, but RBX was able to create a Runaway Suzuka, so we can go ahead and see how well she does. Looks pretty good, I would say. You got Suya Maestro. The stats are good. They're fine, right? Well, let's take a look. There we go. Runaway. Not running away too far. Uh-oh, if she gets into spot struggle? Wait, I spot struggled. Did she spot struggle? I don't know who I spot struggled with. But if it was Suzuka, I think she's done. Uh-oh. Let's see. But wow, yeah, she is definitely pushing. She is definitely running away. My Summer Marzensky has no chance. There goes my Haru Urara. And I think I saw Suzuka's skill activate. Let's see if Suzuka... She's slowing down. Ooh, she's slowing down a lot. Oh, dueling. Nice. Wait. I think Suzuka might be winded. Wait, can Haru win? Can Haru win? Oh my god. Let's go! I think Suzuka might have gassed out and Haru won. Wait, I tried to win with her like 5 times before recording this, and she wouldn't win a single one. But as soon as I turned the camera on, dude. Let's go! Okay, well anyway, that was a Runaway Suzuka, and yeah, I mean, there you go. I think for fighting for the rod, Runaway Suzukas are kind of OP in that. That's pretty much all the changes from the November 11th patch. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button. Hope this was helpful to you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.